Buckle up, everyone. We are diving into why Sadhguru, yes, the yogi with the beard and epic wisdom, is actually more Gen Z than rest of us. You might be thinking, wait, a guru? Gen Z? But hear me out. This guy gets authenticity, mental health, real relationship, and he is super real about saving the planet. He's vibing with our generation in a way we didn't even know we needed. So let's start with something we are all about: authenticity. Sadhguru's message is simple but hits deep. He says, you are not what you have, you are not what you do, you are not what others thinks of you. Right way, he is challenging us to stop letting social labels define us.
One thing that you must do to yourself is, you are absolutely truthful to yourself. If you're also truthful to everybody around you will get other kinds of benefits with people. But I will not go that far right now. With yourself, you are 100% truthful. Otherwise, all kinds of tricks keep happening. To be truthful to yourself is not a easy thing because there is lifetimes of habit of simply bullshitting yourself. And of course, you've gone through much religious training, many of you so you have a very sophisticated way of bullshitting yourself.
And isn't that the struggle? In a world where everyone's online sharing their highlight reels, Sadhguru is like, forget the facade, embrace your real self. Imagine if we all show up genuinely without the pressure of being perfect. His words remind us to ask, who are we when no one else is watching? Once we are real to ourselves, Sadhguru invites us to tackle what comes next: the constant chatter in our head. He has this epic insight: your mind can be your best friend or your worst enemy. And honestly, isn't that the truth?
Any number of people coming to me and asking, Sadhguru, how to control my mind? I said, why the hell do you want to control your mind? Do you want to liberate your mind or control your mind? Oh yeah, I would like to liberate, but how to control? The problem is right now, they're having mental diarrhea. That's the problem. When you're having mental diarrhea, you think of control. No, your mind, your intelligence, your faculties, who you are must be liberated. Boundaries should be broken, not set. Control means to set boundaries. To liberate means to break boundaries.
Just imagine being able to stop the constant what if and overthinking spirals. Sadhguru's approach to mental health isn't about avoiding our problem, it's about creating a mind that's at peace.
Your mind doesn't go anywhere. Did you lose it? It is just that you're being deceived by the imagination of your mind. It is sitting here and imagining something. It is not going anywhere, but you are so identified and lost that you think the mind is going somewhere. Mind doesn't travel anywhere, it's very much here, isn't it? You need to understand this. Why your mind is going on with uncontrollable, endless thought is, you're identified with things that you're not. The moment you get identified with something that you are not, then mind is non-stop activity. You're identified with too many things and you're trying to stop your mind. I'm telling you, if you try for 1,000,000 years, it's not going to happen. It cannot happen. If you take away your wrong identifications, then you will see this moment, mind will be just like a mirror, not saying anything, just reflecting everything. That's how mind should be. Your mind as a mechanism works best only when there is clarity in it, isn't it? Isn't it so? Your mind is not here to think up all kinds of fancy things. That's a distraction in life.
Love.
Can I say a sentence?
Yes. I will allow that.
Most beautiful, but unfortunately crippling for most people.
So once we have got our mind right, Sadhguru moves on to something we all crave: connection. He says, love is not something you do, it is the way you are. Whoa, it's not about finding someone to make us feel whole, it's about being whole ourselves.
So what you're referring to as love is a certain moment of pleasantness. Now you believe somebody caused it in you, maybe somebody did trigger it in you, somebody did stimulate that in you or inspire that in you. But essentially it is your emotions turning very pleasant, which you call as love. So, if love is true, it will happen without an object. If it's really genuine, true love, what it means is, you have made your emotions very pleasant. Whether a man is here or a woman is here or a tree is here, ant is here, elephant is here is not the point. You've just made your emotions pleasant. Everything that you behold, you have a certain pleasantness towards it, that is love. Now this continuously 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all are women, it's driven by hormones. Nothing… I'm not saying it's anything wrong with it.
Once we are loving fully, Sadhguru brings up another big question: purpose. But here is where he flips the script. Instead of saying, find your purpose, he says, create purpose. It's like he is telling us not to wait for some cosmic sign. It's on us to make meaning out of everything we do.
There's no other purpose. The purpose of life is to live, and to live totally. To live totally does not mean party every night. To live totally means, before you fall dead, every aspect of life has been explored, nothing has been left unexplored. Yes? Before you fall dead, even if you do not explore the cosmos, at least this piece of life you must know it in its entirety. That much you must do to yourself, isn't it? That's living totally. That you experience the whole of this, all dimensions of what this is. You did not leave anything untouched. You just do that. That will take a long time.
With purpose comes responsibilities, and for us, that means the planet. Sadhguru gets real about our relationship with Earth, saying, the Earth is not a resource, it is our home. He is all about treating nature with respect.
You think I'll survive 30,000 kilometers? Let's see.
For Gen Z, saving the planet isn't optional, it's essential. Sadhguru's activism with initiatives like Rally for River and Save Soil shows us that caring for environment is a part of caring for ourselves. Small actions add up, and it's up to each of us to make our choice count. And finally, Sadhguru's views on life is like a breath of fresh air. No rigid rules, no dogma. He says, don't be dead serious about your life, it is just a play.
Bertrand Russell, an Englishman. Bertrand Russell said, If you're beginning to think that what you're doing is very important, you need to take a holiday. So holiday does not mean coming to India. Holiday is every day, in those 24 hours you must take a holiday from your seriousness. From your seriousness has come essentially because of your self-importance. You hold yourself as an important person. I want you to see you are like a speck of dust in this existence. Tomorrow morning if you disappear, for sure in India nobody will miss you. Even down under, they won't bother much, you know. A handful of people, they will also forget soon enough. Isn't it so? Oof. Nature does oof, you're gone. And nothing will happen in this world. Everything will happen wonderfully well even if you're not there. Every human being should be aware of this every moment of his life. It does not matter what the whole world says about you. It does not matter how significant a work you're doing. You must understand that tomorrow morning the world will go on fine without you. Just loosen up your life a little bit, laugh a little more, involve yourself with people around you. Do things that you think is not so important. Don't do things which are very important. Do simple things. Very important you do simple things. Very important things you're doing in your life, you will become dead serious. And don't be dead now, a time will come. It's time to be alive.
So that's why Sadhguru is more Gen Z than most of us realize. His wisdom goes beyond labels and trends. It's about living real, being true to ourselves, and finding meaning in every corner of life. Let's take a page out of his book and bring that energy to everything we do.